Hey guys! Today we're going to read the story called The Great Fuzz Frenzy. Now before we do, I want to talk to you about two things. The first thing is an onomatopoeia. Have you ever heard of an onomatopoeia? It's such a fun word. Say it with me. Onomatopoeia. Do you know what it is? I'll tell you. An onomatopoeia is when an author uses a word to make a sound. So if a ball hit the ground, it would make what sound? Maybe thump. And so the author would spell out to make the noise that the ball would make. So onomatopoeia, that's what I want you to look for. In fact, I want you to try to find at least 4 onomatopoeias. Another thing I want you to listen for are alliterations. Alliterations are when an author uses the 2 words that start the same. For example, in the beginning of this story, Fuzz, Frenzy. They both start with F, right? So Fuzz Frenzy would be an alliteration. I want to see if you can find another alliteration in this story. I think you'll find a lot of onomatopoeias and alliterations in this story, but at least 4 onomatopoeias and 1 alliteration. See if you can find them, okay? All right, let's start reading The Great Fuzz Frenzy. Do you notice something weird about this page? What? Down it went. Boink, boink. Watch out below. Rumble, rumble. Help, help, help. Run for your life. Thump, thump. Plunk. There it sat, perfectly still. The prairie dogs waited, perfectly still. What is that? Slowly they crept out, inch by inch, dog by dog. What is it? A thing. A good thing or a bad thing? A round thing? A strange thing? A scary thing? What should we do? Don't touch it! Shh! Is it alive? Stand back! Boomed a voice. You act like gutless groundhogs, afraid of your own shadow? Oh no, it's Big Bark. Big Mouth is more like it. He's still the meanest dog around. I thought he left town. Well, I'm back, growled Big Bark, sorry. So, out of my way. Let me have a look. But before anyone could move, little Pipsqueak raced past Big Bark, reached out and poked the big round thing. No! The crowd yelled. It's Fuzzy, said Pip. Oh, the crowd gasped. A tiny piece of fuzz was caught in Pip's claw. She looked at it, turned it, sniffed it. Then she put it on her head. Look at me! Ah, the crowd sighed. Quit hamming it up, you half-pint hamster, snarled Big Bark. I'm in charge. But those prairie dogs didn't listen. They had to have Fuzz. I like it. Me too. I want some. Do you? Oh yes, so do I. So do we. So do they. Big Bark moved over. Get out of my way. They charged past him and grabbed at the fuzz. The prairie dogs pulled it off, puffed it, stretched it, fluffed it, tugged it, twirled it, spiked it, swirled it. They fuzzed their ears, their heads, their noses. They fuzzed their feet, their tails, their toeses. Big Bark was beside himself. Listen to me, you ridiculous rodents. Stop this fuzzy foolishness. But those prairie dogs didn't listen. They were busy being hot dogs and silly dogs, corny dogs and frilly dogs, top dogs, funny dogs, super dogs, bunny dogs. You're all nuts, you squirrely fuzz freaks, yelled Big Bark, storming off. Oh, another sideways page. News of the fuzz spread from hole to hole, burrow to burrow, town to town. Soon prairie dogs from everywhere were coming to see that fuzz. They came, they saw, they picked. They twisted it, braided it, danced and paraded it. It was a fuzz frenzy, a fuzz fiesta, a fuzz fandangle. The whole prairie was a buzz about fuzz. They picked and pruded and pulled and pinched. They pinched and pulled and pruded and picked until the fuzz ran out. That big round thing was fuzzless, naked as a plucked chicken. Some prairie dogs got a lot of fuzz. Some got a little. Some got no fuzz at all. And they were mad. Give me that fuzz! Why? Because it's my fuzz. Well, it was. Get that fuzz! Get that fuzz! Oh no, they're all arguing over the fuzz. Pulling, grabbing, swiping, nabbing, poking, jabbing, it was a war. War between the fuzzes and the fuzz knots. Their peaceful town was a battleground. It was a fuzz fight, a fuzz feud, a fuzz fiasco. I started this, moaned Pipsqueak. I have to do something. Everyone, stop. Stop fighting. But those prairie dogs didn't listen. The battle raged on, friend against friend, cousin against cousin, dog against dog, until no one was left standing. They were pooped, fuzzled out, fast asleep. Hours later, the prairie dogs began to stir. Uh-oh, where's the fuzz? I don't know. Where did it go? Someone has stolen our fuzz, cried Pipsqueak. Who did it? He did. She did. You did. Who do you think did it? Look at who did it. I did, barked a voice from above. I stole the fuzz. The prairie dogs froze. Then they raced. Can you get down, Ty? The prairie dogs froze. Then they raced up, up, up the long tunnel. There stood Big Bark, covered with fuzz from head to tail. I'm king of the fuzz, he snarled. Do you hear me? I'm king of the... Swoop. The sky went black. Uh-oh. What happened? Where's Big Bark? Look! There he was, high above their heads, dangling from the talons of an eagle. No more Big Bark, the crowd cheered. Yay! Don't yay. He's one of us, yelled Pip. We have to save him. How would you like to be an eagle's lunch? No, the crowd yelled. Big Bark wiggled free. Big Bark, wiggle free, the prairie dogs shouted. Shake loose, hurry, we'll catch you. Big Bark twisted and turned, wormed and squirmed. At last he was free of the fuzz. Yay, the crowd cheered. Big Bark fell faster and faster. No, the prairie dogs scattered. Get back here, yelled Pip. Quick, make a circle, hold out your paws. They ran left, they ran right, then left. Plop. You saved me, Big Bark cried. But I stole your fuzz. Now it's gone forever. Good, said Pipsqueak. Fuzz is trouble, right? Yay, the crowd cheered. Friend hugged friend, cousin hugged cousin, dog hugged dog. We don't need Fuzz, said Pip. But with Eagle around, we do need a watchdog with a big bark. Big Bark rose up on his hind legs. Eagle's back. Bark! This is not a test. Bark! All dogs below. Bark! Oh, it opens up. Look at them all scurry down into their burrow. The prairie dogs raced down, down, down the long tunnel. Whew! We made it. That was close. 3 cheers for Big Bark, the best watchdog ever. Yip, yip, yay! Yip, yip, yay! Yip, yip, yay! Just doing my job, Big Bark smiled. Are we ever getting tangled up with Fuzz again? Cried Pipsqueak. No, the crowd yelled. No more Fuzz! No more Fuzz! And from that day forward, the prairie dogs lived happily and fuzzlessly ever after. what can we infer might happen next in the story? If it continued, I see this dog now with a red tennis ball. And look, there's even a prairie dog peeking up. All right, the end. I hope you enjoyed that story. Bye.